Hello and greetings, everybody. North, south, east, or west. Most of us are in the east right now, though. As we come to you live from Magic Kingdom, this is Tony and LP HQ East with Jeremiah in the park. Jeremiah, what's going on
I'm in the east also.
with the winds?
Winds are definitely from the east. Um, we're here at Magic Kingdom to give you a peek of the parks just before this busy princess race weekend.
Yep.
Uh, it right now the park's not too busy. I was out at Springs this morning. That was busy.
What's going on
But
at Springs?
well, let me see. We have an Oscars photo op that has a
Yes.
giant Academy Award Oscar that you can walk up and pose with. And then, we got those cool spirit jerseys. Mike's, or not spirit jerseys, just jerseys. Mike saw them yesterday at Disneyland, and I'd been waiting for them to get here. And then I saw that they'd popped up at World of Disney. So we went and got those. Those are really cool. I love the not the Aurora one with the multicolor.
Yeah. And the numbers of the year the movie came out.
Mhm.
We are live. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, things you want to see, let us know. Uzi says hi, so hello to you.
Let's stop for a second and enjoy
I
the
suspected that might happen.
Dapper Dans. This is one of my favorite Dan songs.
I can't figure out if your mic is picking up them or a conversation behind you.
It
But
was them.
it's a little bit garbled, but we're good. Fred says greetings, hello to you, Fred and Alexa. Very excited to see those Dapper Dans.
Yep, I pretty much knew that she'd be excited about that one. So we were walking right down the side of Main Street, USA.
It looked like there were some wind gusts with those balloons there. Is that my imagination?
Nope, there is definitely some wind. If you're in Disneyland, there would be no fireworks right now.
And definitely no Golden Zephyr.
Well, somebody sneezes and no golden zephyr.
Well, I said that
Um,
because I muted myself, but I did sneeze a moment
yeah,
ago. So sorry to all of those out there. A butterfly flaps its wings across the world. It shuts down the Golden Zephyr in California. Fred
yeah,
wants to know what the
it's
temperature is over there. Here I am showing 61, but what does it feel like over there, Jeremiah?
it's. I would say it's probably. I want to say it is 61 also, but the feel like with the breeze, maybe a little bit lower. I
Okay.
mean, it's one of those dream days that when I'm in the middle of summer, it's 110 degrees. That I just wish it would be like this all the time.
Yeah.
Also, there's a ton of cast members out.
I'm noticing, and I realized all the ropes and stuff are up, but I looked at the clock and it's 2:05, meaning here, where we have a daily parade still, it is pushing that time at 3 o'clock. So
Oh, I said, wow, something just got really loud. Yes, the castle show is going, so we will not walk near the castle.
ah, cut right, cut right. So do you normally? We were talking about this yesterday with Mike. Do you go left or do you go right?
Um, Actually, it just depends on the wind. I will often, I would probably say my usual is to go left into Adventureland, but here it's so easy to just go, okay, whatever. Um, Disneyland, that is always an automatic left.
Because of
Indiana Jones, Jungle Cruise, Pirates, Mansion.
I said Indy, but yeah, when we were talking about
Yeah,
it yesterday, I said because I'm usually trying to get Indy
yeah.
taken care of. Hello to you. If I say this right, Hassan. Thanks for joining us.
And
Heading
as
into
we
Tomorrowland.
with still no Astro Orbiter.
Also true. That we won't see that again probably till closer to June, based on the timeline they provided. So
Yeah, it looks like there is some type of crane lift up there. When we get closer, we'll get a better view.
people are moving on the right. It looks like I don't see one
And the
going on the
left.
left.
They are there.
How often do you think about Timekeeper?
As often as I think about you shouldn't sit on the floor in those shorts.
So
Timekeeper
often?
was, yes.
Okay.
Timekeeper and Alien Encounter, the first time I can remember coming here. I came when I was a small child. I don't think I did Circle Vision here or Mission to Mars, but I can remember Alien Encounter and Timekeeper being some of the things I was most excited for.
I mean, technically, you did do Circle Vision if you did Timekeeper, because it was still a Circle
Yes.
Vision film. But I understand what you
What?
mean, because it was the
Yeah.
theater itself was called Circle Vision or something like that. But yeah,
I did do Delta Dream Flight when I was here. That was one of those memories I'm
yep.
always happy about. Long before this queue was ever a thing.
Well, Omnimovers are Omnimovers to perpetually move the people,
Yeah, it
and
moved right
then
through.
and then you throw a system like Lightning Lane or Fast Pass in, and it kind of throws that concept out the door. But
Well, there's also you know, the care of the guest is definitely one of those things that helps with it, the slowdown or the
yeah,
complete stop. Um, yeah, so I've been in that line where like, oh, this would be nothing. Speaking of line, wow, people mover, go home.
Fred, poking the story time bear here, asks Jalen Hurts was recently there. Did you see him that day? I know
I,
the answer, but go ahead.
I do not recall.
Did we send somebody else for the Super Bowl coverage?
No, I was there, but
Okay.
know.
Oh, we're doing this
Oh,
again.
this is a fail. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Fail.
Yep.
Fail. Okay. I'm not going to do it then. They set me up for failure with my first shot. I'm done. Although I am kind of thirsty. Um, let's see. Joffrey's has the line. Okay, so my, hey, the park isn't too busy was definitely incorrect.
Fred points out you should always be bringing your own water.
Why? They give it to me for free. They have fountains.
We've also talked about this previously on a different stream, Fred, where Jeremiah went through most of the Magic Kingdom and got different
Yes.
water fountains. We did miss a couple, I think, in retrospect.
Yes.
But yes.
No, we're going to definitely do the Big Thunder one that I missed, that I felt. I can remember later going back to take photos and just being like, how did I not do the one right there at the entrance?
In the picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 60-minute wait for Space Mountain. I'd be afraid to see what the lightning lane is for that when you get inside the tunnel, because
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely been something with the Premier Lightning Lane has increased the wait times of Lightning Lane.
Let's see.
Well,
Well, is
looks
it
like
Premier's a limited amount though, and
yeah, but
ridiculous
it's
expensive?
any time.
Yeah,
Uh, I mean, more
I guess
breaking
it's still
news:
early.
tree is cut down.
Oh,
Not.
why do I? I'm trying to see how much the premiere one is today. It might not let me see the price.
It should, because it's open to everybody who comes, and it's
Oh, it's sold out right now, so I don't see a
of
price.
course
But Epcot is 169, so I would assume Magic Kingdom's more.
probably in the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, hey, great. If you guys want to do that, it's a good way to do it. You can contact MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel. They can help set up your entire vacation, plus set up the Premier Lightning Lane if it's 6 days out, or longer if you're staying at one of the resort hotels. I don't remember exactly the timeline on that.
Do me a favor
But
and
for
turn around and
me,
show me the DVC folks, just real quick. Take the longest turn.
PVC, Disney
Okay, keep going.
Vacation Club, the best kept secret. Oh wait, that went away over a
That stopped
decade
a while
ago.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely would like to go back in time and take back the "it's not busy" because
Oh yeah, I was looking
yeah,
at wait times in the first place, then I got distracted with the lightning lane talk. Hour wait for Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not completely 90 for Seven Dwarfs. People Movers posting a 20, although it looked
Speedway
a
is
little bit
a
longer.
35.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to remember it is the Princess weekend, so everybody is in town. And since there's no races today, everybody is here taking advantage of the beautiful weather.
The expo is happening though, right? It would have to be
Yes,
because it's Thursday.
yes. Uh, the expo, which is now mostly just merchandise.
Yeah.
no,
I mean, realistically, I thought that's what it always was, but
there used to be a lot more. I can remember going to the pre-pandemic one where they'd have the entire floor had little booths of, come and try out our shoes, or
yeah, yeah.
here's some new gel packs for you to eat
But
while
is
you're
that
running.
not merchandise?
Uh, well, now it's just, hey, look, here's the newest Disney shirt. Here's the newest Disney
Okay,
Spirit
that's fair.
jersey.
So it's all Disney merchandise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And please, if somebody is there and decided they wanted to tune in and tell me that it's different, I am all about that.
Because
Because
I worked it in 2018, 2017.
when it
It
would
was a
be in the
Star
main
Wars
ESPN.
marathon, and it was at ESPN. But I do remember it was all kinds of different vendors, but it
Mhm.
was still just basically shopping.
Yeah. But it was everybody. Last time I went, it was check in and here's your merch. So again, if somebody is watching and has done a race recently, please let us know, because I think the last time I went to one of the actual things was 2 years ago, where we were invited out to preview some of the merchandise, which was lots of fun and I enjoyed
Mhm.
it. It was also fun to see all of the merchandise on the shelves before it all disappeared in one shot.
Yeah,
And that's, as soon as it opens, the people are there, and like the merch people knew exactly what is the first things to go. Say like, here's Spirit jerseys. These will be gone within minutes.
Fred
Um,
points out, I've been to this park twice in my life and it's nice, but I have a funny story. I came here one time and was able to about to take a picture with Mr. Incredible, but he walked out on me because I was wearing a Buzz Lightyear shirt. Luckily, Frozone didn't mind, and he and I took one. That's just good fun with the characters. I'm surprised you didn't take one after that, but
Yeah, come over and
yeah. How's the Smelliphant smelling?
I can vaguely smell a few of them, but not overpowering, which is nice. Um, you can also tell that it's cool because Casey Junior's
Turned
is,
off?
yep, sorry to the 16-year-old Gideon who would be upset about this 10 years ago.
Which Smelliphant is that?
Um, that one.
Okay. Do you think they should redo Princess Fairy Tale Hall to be presented by Bath and Body Works, and you go in and just smell the princesses?
Uh, well, Doobie would be there all the time. I would. Let's get some sponsors back in here. I'm fine with the sponsors. These Smelliphants, they're fun. They don't take away anything. Um,
And because they have the sponsor, some of the best maintained things in the park.
yeah. No, I was thinking the other day about old sponsor. I mean, we were talking about Delta Dream Flight,
Yep.
and all of everything had a sponsor through the early '90s. Really.
hmm
Now
Which which which
we
always
got
makes me laugh because
keep
it
moving.
was presented by Monsanto with Adventure Through Inner Space and other things. That was because it was ticket books, so it was presented by because you didn't need a ticket to go do it.
Mhm.
So later on, I understand that it was marketing and basically paying for it. So when it would always be presented by, it didn't have the same effect as the free ride because you already got it when you got in the admission. But Fred, I wore that same shirt when I went to see Lightyear. Thoughts on that movie? I'm in the minority. I enjoy that movie.
I enjoyed it also. I don't
Okay.
think anybody really gave it the shot that it deserved. I mean,
No,
there
I
was.
agree.
I can't really think of anything that I didn't like about it. It was fun,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of the. Well, they should have gotten his voice. You don't understand what the movie concept is if that's
Yep.
your thing.
Yeah. And it's funny. Somebody posted once, and I enjoyed this. It was you realize Andy got the TMU version of Buzz Lightyear after seeing the movie Lightyear.
Wow. Um, Line for Mermaid is
Oh,
all the way
outside.
back to
Wow.
the entrance, 40 minutes. That is something that I don't recall ever seeing, actually.
I I also know that queue, and if it's fully extended, I highly doubt it's 40 minutes. It's going to be longer than that.
So, I mean, looking, the outdoor queue is moving very slowly. I don't know if they've opened up that horrible center courtyard inside the building, which is
That's what I'm
just,
thinking of. Yeah.
yeah, that one always kills me when I see that open and it's like you just kind of walk in and then you walk out through a
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah. I walked in once and we backed up to Scuttle. So I was like, oh, this isn't horrendous, right? And then we go in and discover that whole area was fully extended. And I was
Yep.
like, oh, this is awful. And even then, I think that was like 30 minutes. So,
I mean, huge tip for anybody who is coming, planning on coming, other than contacting Mouse Fan Travel for planning and everything. Um, get here early and stay late
yeah.
because these cute little kids that are all running around are done long before the fireworks. Their parents usually just keep them after for the fireworks. After the fireworks, I've walked on to almost everything at times.
Yeah.
That is not a guarantee, but it does happen.
You know where that doesn't work anymore? Disneyland.
Yeah.
We
Nope.
were there in October and after fireworks or whatever projection show was happening. Yeah, nobody leaves. They just still kind of hang out.
No,
But we were also there
Disneyland.
and it felt like it was 90% folks without kids anyway. So,
Disneyland is very much the rope drop, and then you know, out there the their lightning lane that's kind of the premiere, but not.
Uh-huh.
Their Max Pass is still worth it to me, especially since the price often for Magic Key holders, they'll do 50% off
Yeah.
those where it's not the multiple $100 like it is here.
Yep. With
So speaking
I
of,
don't think annual
go.
pass holders even get a discount.
No, they last month they were offering 50% off for it as a special. So I haven't looked this month to see if there's anything, but that was one of those ones of like I could have gotten it for $15. So yes, sign me up. So here's one of the weird things about Princess Fairy Tale Hall. Since they went off the lightning lane,
Uh-huh.
they still have these displays for the entrance, but it's not the entrance. And the sign holder for who the princess was.
Yeah, I was gonna say I used to see the pictures there, and
Yeah.
I don't see that anymore.
No, now it's just here. This is the entrance. And it's very Tiana and a visiting princess, or Cinderella and a
Which last
visiting princess.
so which I last I saw one of the visiting was always Elena of Avalor. So
Elena, Elena. Remember when you used to be able to walk up and get any photo you wanted without a line?
yep.
How about we bring back Sword in the Stone and make that a
What
thing?
what cracks me up is that nobody cared about this for 15 years, and then some
Yep.
TikTok people started doing it, and now there's a giant line for that thing all the time
Yep.
again.
No, and that's. I was having a discussion with one of my friends the other day of, yeah, uh, people don't come and try all the food. People come and pinch all the foods or squeeze all the foods or tear
Yep.
apart all the foods so they can do what they've seen influencers do. Which, hey, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But if I'm paying for food, my main goal is. When's the last time you did Filler Magic?
Uh, it was within the last year. I don't remember why. I might have just been killing time. I hate to say it that way, but yeah, it was definitely within the last year.
I still enjoy Filler Magic, but it very much is the something that if I'm there and they're letting in right then and there's no wait, sure.
Yeah.
But again, we are locals. We come here quite often, so
Yep.
it's not a how dare you. But that
The
is one of those I've
if I
seen
weren't
so many times.
if I weren't a local, I would probably make PhilharMagic a point to do
Yes.
because I do like it. Um, at Florida,
Yes.
California, I don't touch it there. It just feels
Uh,
weird.
nope. Same with Paris. Paris has the same version as California, where it's
Okay,
just the mini version.
but in the
Because
old
they,
Muppet Theater,
no, theirs is in the old Magic Eye Theater
okay,
in there Tomorrowland, but it is the same
yeah,
film of starts off with no proscenium and nothing happens and then it just gets big.
yep. No, the I like that they added Coco, but I wish they updated or enhanced the animation around the Coco part. Because once you go from the Coco scene to back to kind of janky Aladdin and Peter Pan, it doesn't mesh well. But it's still good fun. That's just
40
me
minutes,
also complaining.
it's a small world, 40 minutes with no new lyric.
And we don't know if it will be coming here yet. We know
Yeah,
just for California in July thus far. I'm assuming eventually it will, but
yeah,
in
I'm
terms of the
sure.
July edition, it's only in California as per their announcement.
I mean,
Alexa says
having,
she even forgets it's there in Disney California Adventure, referring to PhilharMagic.
yeah, they have to reprogram all of the animatronics. I mean, that's the big challenge.
And that's so Kyle asked this yesterday in our live stream with myself and Mike. Do you think it's going to be the whole ride or just the finale?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think it's going to be just in the finale.
That would make sense because having to re-record every language
Hmm.
might be a bit much, but doing the finale could
And
work
to your
well.
point
But
about
again,
reprogramming all the animatronics, that's only
they
one
don't
scene
have
they'd
to.
have to do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they really won't even, because if you can tell me that the animatronics are saying it's a
That's
small world,
that's true because they're not. Yeah, they just kind of
they're,
move their mouth and twirl.
yep,
So
they're saying watermelon over and over again.
presented by Mattel, or used to be presented by Mattel. I don't know if it is anymore.
I don't know what just happened. My ears, you sound like the devil right then.
Oh well, I do most of the time, but no, I said it was presented by Mattel. I don't know if Small World is still presented by Mattel.
Okay, for to our right is the haunted mansion queue, but straight ahead, and if we can make it, we're gonna take a ride on the Liberty Bell.
Oh, let's do it.
They were loading. I don't know if they still are. Looks like it. Yeah, let's go take a ride.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Weird color trash can. This one is one of those ones that it's the recycling is orange.
Hmm.
I've never seen orange on the trash can, but so
Do you have
let's try to
allergies,
find this.
Jeremiah?
I do not, thankfully, most of the
Okay.
time. Hang on, that's metal.
There you
That's
go.
wood. Yeah. I will say, I think it was last year it it hit me, but so far this year, and I've walked outside, and my car has been yellow from all the
Yeah.
pollen.
Yeah, this year is I do, and so if you hear me sniffling and everything, I do apologize, but that's why it's coming in full force, and it's only the end of February, so not even the end. So it's going to be a long couple months. Ready to go.
And that is the end of the line for, or not the end of the line, but the extended line for Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Uh, So I mean, I know you can't see it that well, but looking through here, it looks like the Contemporary is on the other side of Liberty Square. Like I would walk out and walk
Oh
into the
yeah.
Contemporary.
Yep. If only there were trees or something in the hub that would give it also an old-timey town feel and prevent views like that from happening.
Well,
I
I
don't
will
know.
say that the trees around here are a little barren because of, it's cold. And not only is
I
it cold, this has been one of the longest cold seasons I think I can recall ever being out here.
So I'm also using that to segue into this comment. Fred says one of my earliest memories of this park was the 25th anniversary promo on my VHS of Toy Story. Uh, I think back to when they would send out the 25th anniversary planning videos, and you would see because I watch them for fun every now and then or background noise. And you see the hub full trees, and it looks like a city park,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh, that looks great. But I remember when I first moved here and worked on Main Street, they were we were told all the trees went away because people were complaining they couldn't see the fireworks. So
That's what happened at Disneyland also.
yep,
Tony Baxter purchased all of those old trees that were sitting in Town Square and have them
yep.
on his property.
I know he also got the one he worked under at the popcorn cart, and he kept all the twinkle lights on it. He said in an interview somewhere.
So we're going to focus on this side as we go around. We'll change over after we get past a certain attraction that's not open currently. But I also am also right underneath the speaker, so you guys should be able to hear the narration. Tony and
Okay.
I don't have to talk for 15, 20 minutes or so.
I also well we will, but I also
Yeah.
heard him say all aboard about 4 minutes ago. We haven't moved yet, so
They just brought up the upper
okay.
ramp. The lower ramp is still down, and it looks like they're possibly waiting to load still somebody. I guess I could just go do this. Um, yep.
Got it.
Also, good tip on a chilly day, come sit next to this. And it is from this is the smokestack or something that carries the steam and or engine fluids. So right now I'm toasty.
Or even just down by the engine too. That
Yeah.
thing's steaming all the time.
Okay. Here we go.
Reverse 140. Hands double belt line. Sir, line away. Engine room. Hit 140. Sound last bell.
There is no helmsman. There is no cat.
Would you ever do a real steamboat river cruise down the Mississippi?
I have wanted to do that when I've been out there, but it's usually multiple hours, and my time there has either been for an event or for a family event. So not enough free time. Absolutely. I would love to play some poker, you know.
Fred asks, "What was the first Disney movie you saw in theaters?" Mine was Chicken Little. Fred revealing his age a little bit there.
What, Fred's?
Chicken Little.
Wow. Mine was the one that I can absolutely remember, Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Okay.
I know I saw Fox and the Hound, which I don't remember which one of those came first.
I think Fox and the Hound did.
I
Don't
think I
quote me on
saw
that.
Fox and the Hound in the drive-in though, but I remember Mickey's Christmas Carol in the theater. Yes, I'm old.
Yeah, Fox and the Hound was 81. Mickey's Christmas Carol was 83. Mine was The Little Mermaid, and that was 88. So maybe 89? No,
89.
89. No, but I saw Oliver and Company also, so that was 88. Yeah, maybe Oliver and Company.
Comments your
Ah,
first movie you saw.
Fred, Fox and the Hound, 81. Christmas Carol, 83. Thanks, Fred, for the. Fred was typing it while I was looking it up, and then 89 for Little Mermaid. So yeah, I definitely saw Oliver and Company before.
One of my fondest memories of a Disney movie I saw in the drive-in was Popeye.
Ah, a
Yes, I know
technically
not.
Disney movie.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
distributed by Disney.
Yep.
I have the poster from the shop that used to be on Pleasure Island, like one of the original that said distributed by Disney. And I was like, oh,
Nice.
Splash looks like it's down.
Sorry, what?
Uh, yeah, that looks like it's down. Come on, it's only been, what, a year?
A little over a year now, I think. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
almost a year. Almost a year.
If only people went over to Tom Sawyer Island, they wouldn't float. Oh, wait.
People are going over there. Or is that one of
The
those?
line
Well,
is
now that
out.
we know it's closing, we're going over there.
I I don't know. I'd be surprised if people knew that it was actually closing. I was walking in, and there was a 10-year-old kid who I smiled very, very brightly about, asking his dad, "Why did Mr. Toad's Wild Ride close?" Because I wanted to say, nobody knows Toad, everybody knows Pooh. But I was like, I'm not going to get into this conversation.
When
Hey, you can
when you're a cast member and you are doing orientation and stuff for Disney at Magic Kingdom, particularly, you do a class, and in my day, it was called Once Upon a Time Is Now. And at a point, they come over to Winnie Eventually Winnie the Pooh, and they ask, can anybody name 5 characters from Mr. Toad? And I did. I said Mr. Toad, Cyril, Angus McBadger, Molly, and Ratty. And the guy kind of stopped and said, "You're the only person that's ever done that."
And now that Winnie the Pooh has made this huge resurgence in merchandise, that
Yep.
just backs it up.
Yep.
But yeah, here we are, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. They had completely removed all the tracks, and I know that they have recently started replacing all of the tracks. So we'll see some of that. So I'm guessing after all the tracks are replaced, then they'll go in and start working on the rock work and everything else.
The rumor is we're supposed to get the updated third scene similar to California. That's
I
not
have
confirmed.
heard that
That is a rumor
quite a few times. Yeah.
as have I. But I've never seen them. Every time I've heard the rumor, I've not seen them deconstruct the mountain so much. So maybe there's a little bit of hope.
You can kind of see the workers right now definitely digging up some space for the tracks. Again, we cannot zoom in, but can definitely see there's some Home Depot buckets. If you look in that hole, there are holes.
Fred has a couple of comments again. I grew up a big Disney fan. I loved Toon Disney. I miss that channel. It's still kind of around. It's just called Disney XD. And then he asks, is there any attraction you would love to see at any Disney park in the world? For me, a House of Mouse attraction, where it would be like the show where they usually show Disney cartoons.
I got a notification that my signal wasn't too strong just a second ago. So
Okay.
if I happen to go, I'm not going anywhere. I'll just sit here until.
Yeah, your video's
around,
clear,
so.
so everything's still clear. We're good. But if you didn't hear me ask a question from Fred, that could be why.
Yeah, did not.
Oh yeah, he said, is there any attraction you would love to see at any Disney park in the world? For me, one based on House of Mouse, where it would be like the show where they usually show Disney cartoons. That, to me, is the Main Street Cinema or the Disney Animation Building. But I understand his idea of the restaurant or something. It would be kind of cool.
Well, we have something like that coming in the not too distant closeness. That'll probably be right around here. Because we know that there will be multiple villains in Villains Land, so they will have that crossover somehow.
Yeah.
So Beacon Joe with his dog and the jumping fish.
And can confirm that shack is covered in Black Widows.
It's your fault for going in there.
Well, when you work the the Walt Disney World Railroad, you have to walk that backstretch. Now I'm getting a little bit of a choppy signal here, but we're still good.
Well, we're in the Old West, in the wilderness.
Yep.
So there's not much of a signal out here. This is an Algonquin Indian village?
I did not. Although I'm pretty sure I did.
Lightning and Vader. Sally. Hello. I wonder if we will get a Flo's, type eatery.
Well, based on the art, it's going to be all like rally and in the mountain
Yeah.
stuff, not Radiator Springs. So I don't think it'll be Flo's in name. Well, it might be Flo's in name, but it won't
Yeah,
be
it's
the one
her.
we know from
No.
Radiator Springs.
No, I don't. We're definitely not going to get the Radiator Springs versions, but they can always do a Fillmore's Last Chance Gas and
Yeah, yeah.
all of that.
But I think they'll incorporate Flo in some way because Florida likes to incorporate burgers, fries, and chicken nuggets into their quick service menus. So whenever chance they could.
As long as we get the Cozy Cone East.
Because I know there's the big attraction and then there's a smaller attraction, which personally I hope clears up some space in Tomorrowland featuring cars that move. Not Cars, the franchise or brand. Uh,
As far
but
as
yeah,
the type of attraction, yes.
I also just want water still in some way. Don't just fill it up and make it land. Like keep some kind of terrain and water features, please.
Entire land is going to be great, no matter what happens. The thing that I always enjoy is, oh, there's a dead person right there. Like, all dead bodies. They're still coming around the mansion. Now let's walk over the other side so we can take a look. One of my favorite things about Disneyland on the Mark Twain is that the Gully Wumper is the actual original Gully Wumper
Yeah,
that they refurbished and put back together as opposed to, well, I haven't seen it recently, but I know that it was looking good last time I was there, as opposed to this keel boat that is so tiny, nobody could fit in it.
yeah. I always point that out that it's just smaller than the others because the other ones would hold what, like 30 people.
Um, we would have outside a few rows inside and then on top, which is really why they had to turn that thing around.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, this like you could fit in it, maybe.
I'm sorry to hear that, Fred. Fred says I can't see myself on a boat or ship. It gives me that bad feeling. Would you go on this one, Fred? It's locked in and on a track
Jungle Cruise?
or Jungle Cruise. Living with the
Okay.
land, is that too excessive of a boat?
Okay. Now we're just picking on poor Fred.
Well, I didn't mean to pick on him. I'm just wondering what to extent the boat feeling is.
You guys are always picking on your sister. She's prettier than you are. Need
What's
a
that from?
bubble wand? Carousel progress.
Okay.
I also have a lot of faith in my gimbal because I'm totally just hanging this right off of the edge.
That would be a great piece of footage to
Uh,
spread around your gimbal failed you in any way.
I remember being able to, oh yeah, you can still go into that one. It's the one in Disneyland that it's closed at.
Yeah.
Look, here's somebody filming us while we're filming them.
And that one's still Fort Wilderness. This is Fort Langhorne?
Yes, this is Fort Langhorne. That one is,
That one's still Fort Wilderness, right?
no, it's not Fort Wilderness. It's something to Mark Twain.
Because
Of course, you could check me on that, please.
I know this one's Fort Langhorne because of some low key synergy, and this is 100% true with the movie Tom and Huck, starring Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
You see that Rick Barrington
That
back
is
over
true.
yonder there in the woods?
Look that up, but that is why that one changed.
Here's an old school throwback. You know, when they had snacks and drinks in here.
Oh yeah,
One of the last times I remember that was around the Tiana's riverboat time when she would hop on here and they would still be there selling this stuff. Look at that old mansion up on the hill.
Walt Disney World was originally named Fort Sam Clemens, and then changed to Fort Langhorne.
Same thing.
Yep. Uh, Everything I'm finding for Fort Wilderness and Disneyland is still Fort Wilderness. It's just that it's not the original, because the original was infested with termites and weather damage. So they built it again, but it's still named Fort Wilderness apparently.
Yeah, now it just houses all the Fantasmic stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where they change, that's where they run into. You can still do some of the caves, but there is just dead end. And I miss when that was something. If that was where the old keelboats used to load.
Yeah.
The let's go downstairs part seems to miss people.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom, or not Magic Kingdom, Haunted Mansion is not as bad as it could be, because
It's not using that. Yeah.
that's not using that one. I've waited for that one when it was using that, and I
Excuse me.
wondered what I was doing with my life. Jeremiah ready to be the first off.
You are either the first off or going to be on here for a half hour.
That is true. Fred points out Jonathan Taylor Thomas was still busy at Disney around the time of Tom and Huck. That is 100% correct. Who was the other one? Brad Renfro. What happened to that guy?
I think so.
Kyle asks, was Tom and Huck followed by the Diet Mug Root Beer Dana Carvey show? I don't believe so, no. I know that was ahead of Home Improvement, another Jonathan Taylor Thomas outing. Fred kind of answered my question. The late, great Brad Renfro. I don't know if Jeremiah's trying to say anything, but all we hear is steam. So. For the record, this is the thrill of riding the Liberty Square riverboat, is waiting to get off. And they opened the wrong, or not the wrong, but they opened the gate that Jeremiah didn't go to.
Yeah. But I enjoy everybody walking the wrong way. That's fun.
I don't know if you were talking that whole time, but all we could hear was the steam vent blasting. So.
I don't remember what I was saying. Weren't
Okay.
important. Weren't nothing, man. That's what us heroes do.
Yeah, it's
It,
the
this isn't.
landscape that I'll miss the most.
Yeah, but I am looking forward to. I mean, looking on the bright side, the increase in landscaping that'll happen over here to do the separation of frontier and frontier land, because that's in the concept art of they're really going to build this up to
Yeah.
separate the two.
Even though it's still quote unquote like the American frontier.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. Oh wait, let's get the perfect. A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, right there. You can't
Okay.
see uh, Rapunzel's tower from here.
Yep.
So that is truly Liberty Square right there. Also, I have the Liberty Square music going and the parade or the pre-parade music.
It's
So
definitely the pre-parade because you're about 9 minutes away from step
yeah.
off.
Oh yeah, here comes the family of the day.
The Grand Marshals in the Year of a Million Dreams car.
It's so fun when somebody like that gets selected that's very
Yeah.
into it. I've been here where it's like, the kids are into it and the parents are like, I'm going to video my kid waving.
Yeah.
So we'll probably
Or
walk
not
over to
even
Big
that. They
Thunder.
just kind of sit there.
Yeah. Like, hi, I'm going to walk over to Big Thunder. We'll probably take a look at that. Then we will
Okay.
sign off unless there's anything else you want to see or anybody out there in TV land wants to see.
So if you have a request for Adventureland, say it now.
Yes.
A lamp
It's been a
post.
while since we've done an attraction, so that was nice. Hey, look, there's a giant something being craned in. Looks like it's a dumpster.
Now, is that a Fraser or a Niles crane? I'll let
It's
that one
a
soak in.
indigenous Florida crane.
Got it. My wife is across the room from me, and she
You
doesn't
gonna
even
hear
know
her eyes roll?
I saw them. She just a little head shake. She doesn't even know the context. I don't think she's even watching because she's working, but she just heard that comment. So
That's why we all love Morgan. Looks like Tiana's is still down. Yeah, I said it right that time, but I sure as heck was about to say the former attraction.
yep. I mean, I still do it too, but
Oh yeah, logs are backed up. But hey,
speaking of
looks
things
like the
going down
water's
on
running.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure, no more virtual queue, February 25th.
I can't wait to take advantage of that when I go out to Disneyland. Oh wait, it's been like that for a few months.
Where it lasted 3 weeks at Disneyland.
I am so torn. So I'm going to head out to Disneyland next month, and I have not done Tiana's out there. And um, Splash out there was one of my all-time favorite attractions, even though I would get soaked. And I've not heard that Tiana's has changed at all. Uh, but really,
Well,
like I know I have to go on it, but
because I handy dandy loaded a clip for Pocket Picks yesterday, and I had it with Mike on the stream as well. Let's go ahead and show some footage from the inside of Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland to prep Jeremiah for what he's about to endure.
so put it.
This is Eva Florentiana's Bayou. I like this
One of my
Yep.
last rides on Tiana on Splash, I just got off and was completely soaked.
The last one I did out there, I was with a good friend of mine, and it was a day kind of like how it is here in Florida here, where it's nice but cold. So not a lot of people were waiting. Actually, I think we walked right on, and we were able to sit in the middle in seats
Tony,
3
are
and
you still there?
4. Yeah, I'm still here. But in seats 3 and 4, so we weren't able to get completely soaking wet, which was nice. How was it?
It was good. I'm more excited about this cast member walking over this guy who's smoking, telling him there's no smoking, as he just puts it in his mouth and takes this long drag. I was like, oh,
Yep,
that's humans.
that's how it would happen.
You hear there's a 1 in 32 chance we're going to get hit by an asteroid by on December 22nd, 2032.
And that chance keeps increasing every day, almost like they know it's gonna happen. They're just kind of easing us into it. Yes,
I'm good with that. Um,
but it's not an extinction asteroid. It's just it would wipe out a city. Um,
I mean, but really, if it's going to aim for something, uh, but we say that it's not an extinction. How do we know it's not going to be an extinction? We've never been. 1908 was the last time an asteroid hit the Earth, and it was like I don't remember where that was, but
Jerry says thanks for taking us around MK today, but he's talking about already an asteroid party. So,
oh yeah,
yep,
I watched Armageddon last night, so I'm ready.
Armageddon or Deep Impact.
Armageddon always.
I like Deep Impact.
Armageddon's just it. Liv Tyler is a crush of mine, but everybody on there is amazing. Even that one guy that they hire off or that they bring back from the oil driller that has like 2 lines in the entire movie before he dies. Like they
Boiler.
say his name twice. Yes. And I was watching that. I was like, yeah, this guy. We don't even really know his name unless you're paying that much attention. You catch his name.
Fred says, I don't believe that article. Remember what happened in 2012? I threw a party on December 21st of 2012. That's what I remember, but I don't remember much of that party. Wink, wink. So, as we wrap up today from the Magic Kingdom, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us. If you love content like this when we go to the parks, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified whenever we go live. You could also become a member and get exclusive access to some of our other programming. Kyle likes to have me on to complain about whatever I'm complaining about just for the day. So, and that's for our members. Not that I'm selling the membership that well with that offering. But next week we'll have plenty more Disney Parks Talk Live, Barely Necessities, Disney Trivia Live, all kinds of stuff. Stay tuned. From Magic Kingdom, that's Jeremiah. I'm Tony. So long, everybody.
Peace and asteroids.